Hello, everybody. My name is Sean, and I am awful at Star Wars cards. And this week, I'm going to be awful at Star Wars cards in person. There is my first store showdown will be this week. It's a case tournament that I'll be playing this coming weekend. So this week, it's all going to be about tournament prep. It's going to be about getting my deck ready, not getting my deck ready. I got my deck list ready, and we'll go through it in a moment. But getting comfortable with the cards that I'm going to be playing, the cards that I've been testing for the last few weeks, so that I don't feel like old Bobber on the screen there, staring, puzzlingly at his two cards, working out which one he's going to resource and which one he's going to play, and whether or not that's going to win the game for him. And the hint of what I'm going to play this week is in the image there, which is that I'm going to go with the Boba Green. I did go back and forth a little bit between whether or not I played a heavy control deck, so the Vader Blue, or do I try to zag a little bit and play the Sabine? But I decided that the deck that I enjoy the most, the deck that I've probably got the most reps with at this point, was the one to go with, which was the Boba Green. So I'll be playing the Boba Green this week a couple of times, hopefully getting some streams in. I'll be playing it as much as I can this week to get myself ready. As far as a list goes for what I'm going to play this week, this is the list that I'm going to take with me. And if the list looks familiar to you in any way, shape, or form, if you've been keeping an eye on Star Wars Unlimited database and things like that, and looking at some of the lists, this list will probably look very familiar to you. This is the KTOD or the KTOD Boba Green list that Mike took to, I think, 5th in the recent 5K over there. So the rationale, I'm not going to break down the deck, because I think most people will probably know a fairly standard Boba Green deck list at this point. Also, I've played this deck list on stream before, so obviously you've got your cheap guys to go early doors with, along with hoping maybe to ramp with a super laser tech or a resupply and things like that, and then you get your big beefy guys towards the end. Your steadfast combined with overwhelming barrage, or Bosk, or Fett's fire spray, and obviously Vader, the king of them all, as well there. The rationale for net decking, I know different people have different approaches on these kinds of things. My theory, or my feeling on these things always is, I'm not a great card player. I'm trying to get better, but I'm not a great card player. So if I'm going to lose games, I don't want it be because I would rather it not be because I took a suboptimal list. I'd rather know that I lost because I didn't play. I knew I had a good list, and therefore, if I lose, it's more than likely down to any of the other factors that come into play. So it's matchup, or it's my playing, and that sort of narrows the reasons why I could lost. I played in a Star Wars CCG tournament this recent weekend, and while some of the games that I lost were down to bad play, at least one of them was probably down to having a bad list for one of the decks. So it's always worth bearing in mind, depending on where you're at. I get that for some people, the deck building is a great part of it and they really enjoy it and things like that. And you do you. For me, I'm playing because I'm trying to get better and I'm trying to win. Therefore, I want to take the variable out that I'm taking a suboptimal list. I believe this is pretty much probably as good as it gets. For the moment, it's had success. So therefore, I know that if I lose, that it's probably, even in an evolving meta, it's probably as good a list as any, right? So this is the pre-sideboard list, though. So sideboarding is not something I have a great deal of experience with, and in fact, that's not the correct sideboard. Star Wars Unlimited database is doing some weird things this morning, so that's some of the sideboard. In fact, I would say that this is almost there's a couple of bits that might be missing. So shoot first, I know, is in my main deck list as well. So this is pretty close to the complete list. I'm trying to look at the deck list at the moment and work out what's missing, but I'll show you. So this is my post sideboard list. So I take the 3 waylays out. I take the 2. So this is for control. So this original list, this is gearing up for aggro and mirror matches. So it does what it does. You obviously play them slightly differently, whether depending on what you draw and things like that. You're probably aiming to use things like waylay and shoot first to take some of the pieces off the board. So particularly against Sabine, when they come down with that first character, and ideally you'll take the initiative turn 1 so that you can shoot first and prevent them from using Fleet Lieutenant and things like that. So I play the two recruits because one of the things I found in testing with this is that because it runs quite a few events, it can run into a habit of running out of characters. So having that recruit to be able to find those characters is really, really important. Whereas with the post sideboard, I put the recruits in the sideboard because you're replacing quite a few of the events with units. So the need for the recruit isn't there quite so much. So the recruit goes into the sideboard. One of the shoot firsts goes into the sideboard. I think I kept one of the shoot firsts because I just like it as a card. I like what it can do. It can really help you stabilize, control the board. The cartel spaces come out because they're not flooding the board with characters, so the need to exhaust units doesn't exist. Likewise, no good to be dead. Same sort of rationale. And the waylays, I sort of went back and forth on the waylays because I do like waylay, but for the cost of 3, I'd probably rather just shoot first instead. What you're replacing it with, if you have a look, there's a change of heart in there, so that's primarily to deal with Palpatine and those kinds of big beefy units where later on in the game you take control of if they put an Avenger down, you take control of the Avenger and do damage to them. Reinforcement Walker gets the stabilizers with the getting the 3 healing from the base as well, so helps you late game. Relentless helps deal with things like if you have the initiative and you have the resources to help with things like Super Laser Blast, so the first event that they play loses all ability, so that really puts them on the back foot. And there's a card in there as well that probably bears mentioning because we're going to test it in a minute. But up the top there, once I can move my thing out of the way, is the Emperor's Legion. So return each unit from your discard pile that was defeated this phase to your hand. So that's Super Laser Blast. So if anybody plays Super Laser Blast, you hold on to that, return all the stuff back to your hand, and then you can redeploy it over the course of another couple of turns. So it sort of keeps that tempo going. So this is a deck as it's built that's designed to deal with more controlling strategies. So what we're going to do now is we're going to test to see how it goes against the premier control deck of the moment, which is that Vader Blue that we talked about. Okay, so like I said, this is me trying the more controlling style of Boba Fett against the blue Vader that is doing quite well at the moment. So having a look at that opening hand, all my threes, all my space. So I guess hypothetically I could go to space, but then I'm not going to do a great deal else. So I think with a hand like that, which doesn't feel like it was shuffled terribly well. Okay, so we've got quite a so again we've got that pathway right. So we've got the 2. We got the 3, got the 4. So that gets us through to the 4th turn. I've got to be careful resourcing all of my high-end stuff just in case I lose it. But I probably... Am I going to play the Smuggler? Am I going to play the Probe Droid? I'm probably going to play the Probe Droid to see what they've got in hand. So we'll resource those and see what we do. So they have the initiative. And interesting, it looks like they've just flat out taken the initiative turn. So what do they got? So we've got the Chilton, okay, to beef him up. They've got a Force Choke to deal 5 damage, but so that'll cost them 2 to do it. They've got the Vigilance and the Power of the Dark Side. So I'd expect them to probably play the Power of the Dark Side and take the Probe Droid off the table, but we'll see how they go. Do we want the Change of Heart to keep an eye on that? Yeah. We've got the Smuggler. We don't have any 1 units at the moment, so we'll resource him. So I imagine, yeah. Oh, there's the Choke. Okay, yep. That's the same thing. Probably, I don't know if that was necessarily the best thing to do. Now, Super Laser Tech can be hard to play in this matchup because they need to put things on the ground for you to do. But what we'll do, we'll sort of bait him out with it, see what he does. Great. Thank you. We'll take the 1 damage, and then what we'll do is we'll take the initiative as well. Okay, so we've got another Emperor's Legion. Greedo could be really handy here. Might hold the Emperor's Legion because we know that they're probably going to play. So we'll ditch the space, I think. Ditch the space. Yeah, we could probably skip that for now. Okay. So we've got the 5 to play with. So we probably want to push a little bit here. What we'll probably do, I think what we'll do here is get Boba in. I am going to Now I know there's been discussion. Do I lose my Thet or do I allow him to draw 3 cards? I think I'll give him the 3 cards. And I know that's probably, that's what he wants to do. Um, okay, so what we'll do is we'll pop Greedo out. Probably should have attacked the base there. No, we won't do that because we don't have anything to do damage to. I'm tempted to ECL the guard in, but I'm not sure if, well, I can't anyway, because let's just think this through. I can't ambush anyway because um, there's no one to ambush into. So we'll put him out and then we'll pass. So what are we up to? We're up to 6. The resupply is probably less relevant here now. We're up to the 6. Okay, there goes the guard. So you can see what he's doing here. You can see that he is, he's doing a good job of taking stuff off the table. We'll keep the pressure up on his base. Okay, there's the Inferno 4. Okay, which now they're getting rid of the spaces, maybe not the best thing, and then we'll pass. So we've got the guards or the Greedo. Probably the guards. Keeping the Walker, keeping that for the Super Laser Blast and the Change of Heart. Still makes sense to me. So we're up to 7. He's going to do some damage there. That's fine. We'll keep the pressure on his base. See what he does. There's a Chilton. Okay, so he's going to buff Chilton right up. So Chilton's now a 6/6. So what this is probably where we so there's a couple of things we could do here. As a 6/6, we could change of heart him. And really, so we get up to 9 to 21 for this one turn, and that'd be a fairly heavy tempo play. Let's give it a try. Let's see what happens. Okay. Now that didn't quite work the way that I hoped because he's now. So we've taken him off the table, which is great, but he was exhausted, so that's probably not quite done what we hoped, but that's okay for now. Okay, so he's going to take a pop at Boba. We'll make sure that we get. Okay, that's right. He's Sentinel, isn't he? Do we take him off the table? Not with you, we don't. With you, we do. There we go. And then what we'll probably do is we'll take the opportunity to fire spray. Ready, you? There is a process with the fire spray. I've got to work it out before the tournament this week, where you can attack twice with him in a turn, I believe. But I've still got to work that out. Okay, there goes Fet. And we'll pop the guard out just to try and stabilize a bit. There goes the guard. We'll take the initiative. Out comes an Inferno 4. Okay. Got another fire spray, but barrage is what we really need here, I think. Unless we we want to hold on to the Walker because we know that they're going to play. There's a good chance they'll play Super Laser Blast, and they'll probably do it this turn. Give you a 2/2. Take you off the board. Do a little bit of damage to you, but it doesn't really matter because you're going to Super Laser Blast anyway. Yeah. Get up to 26. It's going to be close. Yeah. Sentinel on the ground, obviously. So what we're probably hoping to do here is we'll just take the initiative. Ooh, the barrage could win us the game here. We'll take Vader off the table. Now, yeah, you got to try the barrage, right? So I'll give you a 2/2. Take you off the board for 4. Take you off the board for That was optimistic, wasn't it? Take the three. I said it was, oh, up to one. Oh, okay, fair enough. Ooh, okay. Mm-mm-mm-mm. All right, that's a bummer. Can we stabilize fast enough? Don't need the two of those. Oh, I don't. Yeah, we're not going to. Okay, that's a bummer. Yeah, yeah. Okay. So, so what did I do wrong there? I feel like I got it close. I think that the Palpy. I was trying to play around Super Laser Blast. Um, I just couldn't keep that last resource on the table, and the Palpy ability to deal that damage um, was really good. Did I maybe I was a bit conservative trying to play around the super laser blast. So we'll try it again. Er, hmm, don't I don't like having no two drop in the opening hand. There's quite a few of them in the deck, or at least a one or two. Yeah, so at least there we've got. So we'll probably the Walker will be useful, but later. I feel like I always feel like I'm going to regret putting back the big stuff because then when I need it, I don't have it. Okay, so he's got a Tripper out. We'll put Greedo out. Oh, every time it's a unit. It's very irritating. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, so Bosk we like. Barrage I love. Barrage is one of my favorite cards. But the surprise strike could be really. Do we need the ramp? Yeah, we probably need the ramp. The fire sprays too. That's yeah. I don't feel great about that, but I'm not entirely sure what else I was gonna do. So we get the tech out. He goes after the base. We'll take the initiative. Hmm. That feels like that's gonna be too big. What are you up to? Four. So we'll get up to five. Play. We've got Sentinel. We'll pop it out. Start to keep pace. More putts. Okay, so we probably want to control the ground a bit here. We can barrage for a bit. Again, I don't. Yeah, it's an interesting one, isn't it? It's a good card. I know. A few people were saying like, oh, I don't really know about um, I'm Your Father. I think it's great. We can play the fire spray and take and hold the barrage for next turn. Or do we just use the barrage? Don't get too cute. I think you can just play the barrage here. Fire spray next turn because it just readies. It doesn't need ambush. Yeah. It's, obviously he's got two resources to play. So we'll give Bubba 2/2. No, 6. Well, I didn't want to do. No, it's fine. Not great. It's not great. It's not great. He says. So up to 10, back up to 3, so we can get either Bobber or the. Again, do we control the space? The Star Viper. We can stabilize a little bit. Hmm, damage into the base while we can. Damage into the base while we can. Okay. Beefy. Can't attack bases. Okay, so he's coming after my Bosk. That's fine. That's fine. Now I can protect my Bosk with guard, which would clap back. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Because then I can also play, I play a Fet. Yeah. So stabilize a little bit. Now a little bit worried about Super Laser Blast, which is coming. So you go after the guard. You die. He dies. 21, 24, 27. That's Big Bad Vader. Do I 24, 27, and the fire spray could get me over the line here unless he does something good again. Yeah. Ah, no, that's all right, I think. Okay. Let's play a decider. See how it goes this third time. So that was a little bit better. I got able to stabilize there. 2, 3, no 4 drops, but a 5, 6. Let's leave that as is. Let's see how we go. The Relentless can go. Ooh. It's only the one change of heart in the deck. Imagine, I want to try playing that again and see if I can get it working. The Steadfast, I like the Steadfast too much. For the purposes of testing, let's hold on to the change of heart and see if I can use it properly. Use the Viper and just hope that I draw into a 3-drop. Just hope that I draw into a 3-drop. All right, Choke is going to get rid of, yeah, or Open Fire will get rid of my Probe Druid. I mean, it's a 3-drop. Well, in that case, I will gleefully take that extra 3 damage. Okay, yeah, you can look at my hand. Fine, no problems. I'll get up to 4. And take the initiative. Okay, probably, do I need to ramp that fast? It's probably better to stabilize. All right. Okay. I will pop it out. Okay. In that case. Oh, you fool. You foolish fool. Well, that was daft, wasn't it? Yep. It's the one, yeah, in terms of boneheaded mistakes that I do make. The I don't really want to resource any of those. Forgetting that I can't ambush is just dumb. Let's clear the board a bit. Let's double check with that. Okay, 7. You get 1. You unnecessarily get 6. Clears the board. Ready to resource. You can go away. Let's just go nuts. Bang for 10. Yipes. Okay, so we've got the change of heart there. Take the initiative. Oh, yeah, shoot first. Okay, I'm probably going to keep the shoot first. Bosk, you're great, but you're just a tiny bit expensive. I will attack base for 5. Attack base for 5. Come on, mouse. There we go. Up to 21 to 6. Chilton. So he's exhausted. So that'll be the dumb thing that I did before. It comes out at 7. So let's play Boba. Okay. Take the initiative. Now, he's at 4. So what I'll probably do is get rid of him with him. Stop it. Stop that nonsense. So we'll attack into the base. And we'll soft pass and see if he goes Vader out. He doesn't. And we'll soft pass again and see if he goes Vader out. There he goes. Now we'll do it. See if this works. Oh, it's a non-leader unit. Okay, well, we're all learning things, aren't we? Idiot. Oh, dearie me. Yeah, you're a backup. Let's take the damage while we can. Oh, that's unfortunate. Let's just pause for a second. Because that's not quite working the way that we wanted it to. Okay, so there's nothing we can do there. Do this. It's going to be close. Oh, it's not going to be close. Okay, so learning things there. Obviously made that big mistake towards the end, so don't do that. But we'll come back and we'll do it again later in the week and see if in all of the testing that I've done, I've managed to learn any lessons between now and then. So thanks very much for watching.